Hello, this is Debashish Bhattacharya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This episode is specially to upload some major informations and major thoughts on what it means for a song to follow a notation and what it means for a song to learn the notation and play with the Gayaki, the singing style. Now, when it is a singing style, it differs from the perspective who is singing. Some people add some theatrical meaned and gamaka to make it more expressive. Some are in natural, the person is theatrical, so he or she will use more theatrical accent by nature. Or some people has less motivation of emotions, they will sing straight more. If you look at all the Rabindra Sangeet recording, you will see this from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, millennium, 2010, 2020s, all the Rabindra Sangeet, the same song is been sang with different accentuations because the person, how he or she listens, the artist, how he or she listens the song and deliver the song. So in that case, when it comes to notation, I'm just currently holding the notation of Tubi Ramini Rame from Rabindra Sharabitan, and I'm just reading the first line, which is ga ga di ga ga gama di ga di ga gama. Now gama, ga is small and ma is long in ga is small and ma is big in one notation, one note, and then four note rest. But if you listen to Tumi Rabini Rabe sang by many artists, many of them will differ from this. Some will continue gama in ga in one note and glide to ma on the note number 2 or beat number 2 or beat number 3. How it happens? Because when you think of Tumi Rabe Nirabe, Hridaye Mamo, you will feel some theatrical aspect before you sing. Tumi, hey God, hey lover, you will stay in my heart silently. So then, silently in my heart can be actually said silently in my heart or silently in my heart. So both the deliveries are different. So when it comes with the melody also differs in micro beat, how the little longer melody or little lesser melody or little gamaka actually naturally comes or doesn't come. So I am just playing the same song, same line with a different accent. In Eastern Indian music, when the melody comes either from the folk or from based on Indian ragas or Indian modes, so naturally there is a this is common because this is the accent of theatrical in between India, Thailand, China, South Indian Carnatic, Assam, Burmese, Nepali, Bhutan, bit of Tibet and bit of Mongolian. Ah, so remember, none of the songs are composed in the basis of the form of Southeast Asia and Southeast Southeast Asian and Eastern Indian melodic form. They will always have a touch note or sparsh swara, or there will be a mint or whatever we call gamaka in the form of Bharatiya Shastriya Sangeet. That's absolutely according to the notation pa 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 ma da pa ni da ni sa pa ni da ni sa. So pa ma da pa. When you say momo momo, either it comes from ga pa pa, but it doesn't say momo ri da yo ja da na. That is like a song sang by AI. As per notation, Rabindra Sangeet has no feeling. Momo, when you say momo or momo or momo, 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 that single touch note of Tibra Ma, sharp Ma is there. It is hidden, but it is not unheard. If I play like that, you will not listen to my playing. But if I play like this, I'm not asking to do this. No, that's completely wrong. That's if you look at the lyric, Momo Jibono Joubono. That's not a kalyan I am trying to focus on. That's not the rag I am trying to focus on. I am giving a little touch so that the plastic leaves, they look like organic and living. So when it's a note doesn't make any music. But the movement between notes is music. There's nothing incorrect, but it is not as beautiful as this. Notation and Gayaki. Notation is a must. It shows you the structure. But Gayaki is a presentation, Gayaki is a delivery of accent, delivery of a dialogue. This song is na 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 na, it's not. This song has a lyric, the lyric has a feeling, and the melody has its own feeling. Together they are even stronger and even more beautiful when you add the delicate spices on it. Small little touch note, small mind, small gamaka. If you want to learn little more, join my online and offline class of slide guitar raga, slide guitar song, Gayaki, etc. On this note, I will now read something very interesting I have found on internet, which is a interview of one of the great Rabindranath Tagore's scholar from Vishwabharati, and I will read it from my collection to show you even Rabindranath made many changes from one time of one song to another time, to another song, he changed his music. So here is the authentic note. There is a question to many people that why we should not only follow and restrict our music playing on slide guitar following the only notation. So here is the story. The story goes back to pre-Shantiniketan era and post-Shantiniketan era, how Rabindra Sangeet in the composer's time of living has changed into different melodies and notations has been written in different ways. Just I'm reading from some very authenticated collection of informations about. The question is, how you explain Rabindra Sangeet evolved? So in the answer, I would like to read this for you. The period of emergence of Rabindra Sangeet may be divided into two distinct eras. One is pre-Shantiniketan era and the other is Shantiniketan and post-Shantiniketan era. Before the attainment of the Nobel Prize, Rabindranath Tagore, and the establishment of Shantiniketan, the songs sung by Rabindranath ji were termed as Rabindra Sangeet. Gradually, Rabindra Sangeet evolved and became known to the people as songs with a distinct temperament, style, and way of singing. Now the question is, what is the role did Tagore's family play in this life of melody? In the pre-Shantiniketan era, Rabindranath's brother Jyotirindranath Tagore supervised all his songs. So here comes whatever the musicality and presence and experience of music as a person Jyotirindranath Tagore has learned, experienced and understood has been the shade on Rabindranath songs. In the Shantiniketan era, his closest singing companion was Dinendranath Tagore, another person from the same family. So although the first half of Tagore's almost 66 years of composing music was solely influenced by Tagore himself, but in later half to much extent was influenced by Dinendranath. So in one life, all the compositions had three different distinct shades on the same songs. Rabindranath himself, and then Jyotirindranath, and then Dinendranath, who used to write down the notation. Rabindranath was so dependent later on Dinendranath that when he forgot the notations of his own compositions, Dinendranath was called for. There is an anecdote concerning Mahatma Gandhi. Once during the Swadeshi Andolan in Wardha, Mahatma Gandhi announced his hunger strike. Rabindranath went to visit Gandhi. Gandhi requested him to sing his puja-based song, Jiban Jokhon Shukaye Jai. At this, Rabindranath hesitated and confessed that he could not remember the song well. After singing, he said out loud, "Thank goodness, Dinendranath Tagore, Dinu, is not nearby. Otherwise, he would have pointed out so many changes and mistakes." So see, my reading this authenticated write-up is that a composer, even a composer, doesn't stick to his composition's main melody always, because when it hard goes to the composition, it can have a minute changes. I can, as a scholar or a critic, either I can criticize or draw attention to the mistake, But as a music student and a composer, I would say that that's natural, that's creation, that's artistry, that's a composer. Never is staying in one item. As a performer of Indian classical music, I always see that every performance recorded is just only one single moment of a 50-60 years life of an artist. It should not repeat. If it is extempo, if it is even composed, if it is a dialogue based, if it is a lyric based, it should not continue to be sang. Just think of your same phone ring, same calling bell, even same visit of Taj Mahal. How many times you want to go to visit Taj Mahal? Or same movie, how many times maximum you can visit or watch? At some point you will turn your head and find something new. That's natural. In Rabindranath or in Nazrul or in Mia Tansen, they are all the same. They are spirited composer. Bach. You think Bach has written one line in one take? He probably have written it or thought it in many different ways before he written the final word. So here comes Tumi Rabe Nirabe in a small form for all of you, my beloved subscriber and members and fans and followers.